Hello and welcome to week 4 of English 112. Just a reminder that this week is an essay week. So you should be using the 3 essays that you read during week 3 to produce an essay that explains and blends information into an analysis of the argument. So this is a 1,500-word essay. You should use APA formatting, and it should include an APA reference page. Now, I'll remind you that in last week's resource folder, I included a link that you can use for the citations for the reference page so that you get those correct. And so then your in-text citations will use whatever comes first in each of those references. So this is what that reference page looked like. You had the essay by Solomon Asch, Opinions and Social Pressure. You had the Milgram essay about the perils of obedience. And then you had the Zimbardo essay about the Stanford Prison Experiment. Also, last week I told you that there were a couple of different movie versions you could watch of the Stanford Prison Experiment if you wanted to do that. So last week you read those essays, posted in the discussion forum about them, and then this week you're writing the essay. Here is an exemplar of a former student's essay for essay number 2. And you can see that she entitled her essay, The Psychological Research of Humans Obeying Authority. And what I wanted to show you is how the thesis statement will work for an explanatory synthesis. So you're not necessarily making an argument in this essay, you're analyzing an argument. That's why it's explanatory. It's a synthesis because you're taking 3 sources, and those are the only 3 sources you're required to use, and you're blending them into a cogent analysis and tying it to a thesis statement. So in this student's introduction, she began with some general context. Most people today think they wouldn't inflict pain on another person if they were told to do so. So just a broad general statement. Notice that there's no cited material in the first paragraph. And this is her thesis statement right here. The results of these experiments showed that humans will agree with what everyone else says, will harm others just to obey what they are told, and when given a role will adapt quickly. So you'll notice that the 3 parts of her thesis statement each reflect one of the main ideas in the 3 essays, the Asch, the Milgram, and the Zimbardo essays. And so then she gives sort of a summary of each of the sources and blends a discussion of those sources together into her essay. And so then it ends with a reference page such as I've given you. So I just wanted to show you an example of what this essay should look like. There's no discussion board for this week unless you just want to post a question about the essay itself to your other classmates. The same sort of format for essay 1 exists for essay 2. Once you get a rough draft together, email that to me at my school address. I will mark it up, give you some feedback, send it back to you before you give me a final draft. That just ensures that you've got the kind of grade that you want for this essay, and you get my feedback before you get the final summative grade on it. So I need the final summative draft returned back to me by midnight on April 3rd. That's this Friday. If you have any questions about the essay or any of the work for this course, feel free to send me a text or send me an email to my Cumberland County address. Good luck, and I will see you next week.